Jonathan Lee Ridges Investigates. This video is for educational purposes only. I want to share with everyone, there is a small group of people online that have a very twisted, sick obsession for Bryan Kohberger. Like fangirls that actually like him. And I want to share what is going on social media when it comes to these people that are in love and obsessed with Bryan Kohberger. This is one example here on Twitter. This is just one of many examples of people that are loving and crushing over Bryan Kohberger. Loyal Bryan, hardworking Bryan, agreeable Bryan, energetic Bryan, given Bryan, determined Bryan, amiable Bryan, bright Bryan, affectionate Bryan, friendly Bryan, adaptable Bryan, upbeat Bryan, charming Bryan, manly Bryan, my future husband Bryan, faithful Bryan. Oh, there's more. Baby Bryan, delicate Bryan, sporty Bryan, baby daddy Bryan, hot ASF Bryan, crafty Bryan, intelligent Bryan, respectable Bryan, polite Bryan, clever Bryan, shy Bryan, good babysitter Bryan, innocent Bryan, lovely Bryan, caring Bryan, generous Bryan, hates Jennifer Coffindaffer Bryan, psychologist Bryan, kind Bryan, funny Bryan, cuddly Bryan, generous Bryan, gentleman Bryan, PhD Bryan, sensual Bryan, funny Bryan. Who does this? Hot Bryan, smooth Bryan. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. And then you have the Reddit threads, right? This individual here has been posting nonstop, just glamorizing Bryan Kohberger. Look at this. Look at this on Reddit. Can't believe that Reddit would actually even have these types of threads up. I'm not a troll, except the fact that Bryan has people who believe in his innocence. He hasn't been proven guilty. Victims are important. Bryan Kohberger is the man of my dreams. I mean, come on. Look at this. Look what's going on. This was just posted 15 hours ago. And it's these people's sick obsession for Bryan Kohberger. They're obsessed with him. This is not right, people. This is far different than believing a man is innocent. This is a clear, sick thing going on, and I have to share with you what's going on and why someone would do this. I don't know why somebody would do this. What do you think? What do you think is the reason? Is this person trolling? Is this person trying to get attention? Or do they genuinely believe that Bryan Kohberger, they love Bryan Kohberger, and it's just like, I don't get it. But I feel like I'm obligated to show you what exists out there. Look at this. Look at all this. Again, this is for educational purposes only. These are recent posts. And people respond to this individual that is doing this. But it's clearly a sick, well, BN, assuming that's Bryan Nation. Bryan Nation flag. I mean, what's going on here, people? What is going on here? Yeah. Let me know what you think. I don't get it. I don't get it, people. Does anyone have an explanation for that? Again, I'm just sharing what other people doing. I am in no way a support of Bryan Kohberger, and I'm sure a lot of you aren't out there either. But this type of stuff exists, and it's important to share what other people doing. I don't think they're trolling. I really do think these people out there have this, not only think he's innocent, but have a love for him. And there's a big difference between people out there that think he's innocent which some people comment on my videos, and that's fine. People can believe he's innocent or believe that they want to see more evidence. They don't think he's guilty. They want to see it go through. There's a big difference between that and what I just showed you, the fangirls and this sick obsession. But it does exist out there. It's scary, quite frankly. I don't know why people would do that. Do you have an explanation for that? Do you have any idea why these people would do those things? I'm covering this case and wanted to show you that aspect of what's going on that front. It's quite terrifying, be honest. We'll talk soon. Subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button, and check out my Moscow, Idaho playlist covering this case at all angles and sharing what other people are doing. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.